are many MLM happen everywhere around the world. So why is FFG a unique support system and last long like forever?
So MLM is growing around the world, including in Cambodia now. So many MLM come out. That is a good sign, according to me, because people started to understand that MLM is a good opportunity. For FFG, the most important thing, we are not compete in the MLM industry.
I joined in Cambodia. I also dream like I want to open my network from Cambodia to the world. So what is your tip that can share to grow from Cambodia to the world?
Actually, focus first in your country, and at the same time, of course, we have our goal, global network.
Okay, good morning, Pa.
Good morning, Kim.
How are you, Pa?
I'm so fine. How about you?
We are Cambodia, miss you, Pa.
Same with me, willing to go back to Cambodia again.
Yeah, thank you, Pa. We are welcome you to Cambodia, Pa.
Okay, send my regards to your family and our FFG family in Cambodia. Love.
Thank you, Pa. Thank you,
Welcome,
Pa.
welcome.
I have a question regarding business and life in FFG. So I learned from some in Cambodia, but usually they say like successful people will have a happy family, and how we apply to the family for the last long relationship.
Yeah, actually, this is a big job for everybody, especially for businessmen, for the career woman or man. Actually, this is the big challenge because people say balancing. Actually, not something called balancing. It depends how we see the situation. According to one people, they say balance. According to another people, maybe they say it's not balance. Balance is about your decision. It's all based on your own heart and your mind. You think that because as a businessman, you have so many schedule. For example, meeting and meeting and meeting, traveling and traveling, and meanwhile, of course, family can feel that why you spend so much time with people outside. Okay, so I think the key is understanding for the whole family. Other people say something, I don't think that affect us. Family decision that if family can accept, that is okay. Like you, if your family, you maybe just say your wife and your kids, they are okay, it's okay. Yeah, I think most important thing is not how much time you spend with your family, the quality of your mind, the quality of your heart. I think that is more important than and the quantity of the time.
Yeah, usually husband and wife, they got problem together, so it can be affect the feeling and affect the in the family, the son and daughter, and to the also affect to business if the family is not happy. But
Of course, that one is confirmed affect energy, affect everything. Both sides, the understanding level must be equal. If the understanding level is equal, no problem anymore.
so can you share what is the tip can make the family like happy? Yes, for last long. But
I think there's no 100% perfect. Actually, happiness is your decision. I cannot make my wife happy. I cannot make my kids happy, no matter what. So the point is not we are making other people happy. Of course, at the same time, we don't have the intention to make other people not happy. The happiness is a decision.
so, but I mean, like some young people, they also want to learn. They face the challenge. They also looking for some place or some teacher or to guide them. So, we have any knowledge or any education that we can share to them, so they can follow and learning, and then they make their family more happy. But
The first inner circle is a family. The inner circle can feel the happiness. I think that is important. Then we can go to more than that. Now you affect the other people, family could be. But the most important thing, are you happy? If you're not happy, you just send what kind of energy to other people. Yeah,
yes,
it's a decision. Even according to me, don't try to make other people happy
yeah, but
because the happiness is a decision.
thank you, Pa.
Yeah,
for
you're welcome.
the great idea. So I learn from you, Pak. Then I follow, and yeah, I must be happy myself first, and then
True,
everybody
true,
around me must be happy, Pak.
true. Like you, Kim, you're the captain of the family, for example. If you're not happy, what the point? Just say you are not happy, but you try to make other people happy. That is impossible.
Yes, it's true, Pak. Back to the business. Yes. So now we are do network marketing. We do MLM. There are many MLM happen everywhere around the world. Like Cambodia also have many MLM. So why is FFG unique support system, Pak, and last long like forever, Pak?
So actually, Kim, that is a good sign. If MLM is growing around the world, including in Cambodia now, so many MLM come out, that is a good sign, according to me, because people started to understand that MLM is a good opportunity. That's why a lot of company now come out with the MLM concept, the system. I mean the concept of MLM. Now people can accept. Even a lot of people don't accept it yet, but that is normal. But this another opportunity too. But for FFG, you don't need to compare with any MLM company. I just say welcome more MLM better. For FFG, is the most important thing is we improve our own concept. Meaning, actually, we just use MLM as one of our vehicle to achieve our dream. Actually, the most important thing in FFG is the concept. We are in one current, in one heart, doing the system together as a one team, one concept. Even around the world, we are doing the same concept. So the most important thing FFG is protecting the network. Just say,
Yes, Pak.
Kim, you build the network. So if you are inside FFG, FFG will protect your network forever. As long as FFG is there, we will protect your asset. I give you example. Infant actually you upland far from you. She is a Singaporean. She passed away a few years ago. Okay, but when she passed away, we have Infant to transfer the ownership from Infant to her sister. Okay, then what happened? So the sister received the passive income even Infant passed away. And not only that, you still remember we are moving to one MLM to another MLM because of some issue of that company. Then we also move Infant network into our now Biswood.
Yes, Pak.
Even Infant passed away. Even Infant actually we can say has no right already in this business because different company. Even so,
Yes.
even so, Even so, FFG respect whatever she already spent her time, her life into this industry. In FFG especially, FFG still protect. I think maybe this is one of the uniqueness of FFG. I don't know other MLM, other network, other system they do so. I believe in my experience, almost 30 years, this is the first time. So I think even me, our network will protect my asset also. Even one day I pass away, for example. So we are building the business now and for our next generation. Yeah.
I believe, Pak, because I have been in FFG for 4 years, and then I learned a lot from the system. Let's say FFG, we have a personal growth program, Pak, 3 times 21. So, Pak, why you have this personal growth development for FFG? As I can see other business that they only focus for money, money, and money, Pak.
Yeah, because I do understand that network marketing is not only money. Network marketing is about people. Our asset is people. If the quality of the person is good, he or she will expand the business in the long term. It's not short term. If we want to hit and run, we don't need focus to build people. You just do the business, sell the product as much as possible, recruit a lot of people come in, then you get a lot of money, then finish. Okay, we are not doing that kind of business. We are not doing that kind of style. Look like a little bit slow if people don't understand They think, oh, this is slow when you build people. Of course, it look like slow, but fast after that. You know the bamboo philosophy. The bamboo actually grow at the first 3 years. It
Yes.
look like very slow. They grow up very slow, but they are building the foundation. After they building the very strong foundation, so the bamboo grow up very fast and they are very strong. Okay, this is the philosophy in FFG applying. Actually, we are building the foundation of our people. The 3 times 21 is one of them. A mentoring program is one of them. Build character, build the leadership, and so on. People development. That is the key. So yeah, FFG focus on build people. Yeah, because we believe when we build people, people will build the business.
Why you have this system, mentoring program is very amazing for all the people to follow this system.
Mentoring program is the measurement for the leadership actually. Not only leadership, including the quality of the person. Like as you say, because we are doing 3 times 21, the 3 times 21 actually connected with a mentoring program. Mentoring program also connect to the income. Okay, but doesn't mean the higher the level in the mentoring program, your income is very high. Not exactly like that. Because mentoring program focusing in building your character, building your leadership, building the teamwork and so on. So actually it's the basic meaning when you are in the mentor level, experimental level and so on, that is the measurement of your personal growth actually, but doesn't guarantee also. You know what I mean? Doesn't guarantee
Yes.
a higher level, your character or your leadership better than the lower level in the mentoring program. It doesn't mean like that also. So it's a very unique concept for us, but even so, we still need the measurement for the leadership level. One people is not mentor, another one is mentor. For example, which one that you pay attention more? The one is not mentor or the mentor?
I spend more time with the mentor.
Yes, that is of course because mentor at least they already show you the commitment. This one not yet. They are not mentor. I don't know the commitment yet. At least the mentor doing the mentoring program 3 times 21. When we talk to them, also connect. We are reading the same books. Okay, we are listen the same CD. We are doing the same business. So the connection is there. That
Yes,
ecosystem. Yeah.
okay, but another point that I also dream like I want to open my network from Cambodia to the world. So what is your tip that can share to grow from Cambodia to the world?
Good question, Queen. Actually, focus first in your country, and at the same time, of course, we have our goal, our dream, uh, global, global network. When I started the FFG, I also using global. You see, FFG global, meaning
Yes.
we are focusing global already. So that is important. The big vision is very important. Global is your big vision, and the goal is to build up your own country. Okay, believe me, when you build your own country is strong enough, they will bring to other country. Our downline will bring to other country. At the same time, you also can focus sponsor people outside your country because now it's more easy than compared with before. Now
Yes.
we have the Zoom meeting. Okay, we have the internet, we have the social media connection to the people around the world. I think in the future, you have the international network is very normal. Maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that is a little bit challenge, but now it's so easy. All
Yes.
online. You can using
Yes.
the mobile phone, you can connect people around the world.
True,
Yes?
true. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have another question. Can you share some message to the young generation, how to make them that have a peace, yeah, love and happiness to their family, to the country, and to the world,
Kim, according to me, the focusing is building myself. I keep learning until this moment when I talk to you now, I still learning. Keep learning is the key. Okay, the good news is in our FFG actually we can apply what we call the morning shower and morning feeding. I think the morning shower and morning feeding is one of the key. Yeah, we must feed our mind first. Okay, so even more important than I drink this alpha meta because I
Yes.
want my body have the good nutrition. That's why I drink this alpha meta for my body. But the most
Yes.
important thing is not only my body. Wake up in the morning before I feed my body and feeding my mind. At the same time, also wash all my soul, become clean, my spirit become clean. That's why forgiveness is so important also. Forgiveness is whatever the negative issue that came to you yesterday. This morning you clean it up. Anything that you're not happy for, just say last night something happened, you feel not good, then you clean up in the morning. Early in the morning, everything clean up. So meaning my body, my soul, my spirit clean, healthy. So
Yeah.
believe me, when your mind, your body, and everything, the soul and so on, is really healthy, and then you affect the inner circle is your family. Yes,
Yeah. Yes.
and you affect the people surrounding you. That is the influencer. That is called
Yes.
leader. Leader is an influencer. The way you influence people is changing you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people try to be a leader. Okay, they try to change other people. Trust me, and you will never be happy if you want to be a leader. You try to change other people. You will have the peaceful mind, happiness when you change yourself, and the rest depends on them. Even your family, for example, your wife or your kids, you cannot force them to follow you. You cannot force them. You must be happy with me.
Yes.
No, cannot. You cannot. If you try to do that, trust me, you will be very stressful. And
Yeah.
never try to do so. I just do whatever that improve myself. Then of course people can feel that. If they don't feel that, it's not your mistake. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because many aspect of other people mind also. Don't try to understand everything. You just
Yes.
improve yourself and do the best, and they can feel it.
Yeah.
Then I believe change myself first, me affected, then you family affected, then the people surrounding affected, and the people around the world can be affected by your action. Could be that is
Yeah.
the changing of the world.
Yeah.
So don't try to the very what they call the there's a big dream. I want to change the world. I start to change other people surrounding me. I do confirm if people do so, they will fail. Don't try to change the world.
Yes.
The real world is me.
Yes. Yes. But FFG we have boot camp. So this our uniqueness boot camp. So apply to everybody around the world. So can you share what is a boot camp can help everybody in Cambodia or other country?
Okay, according to me, bootcamp only a facility is only a facility for people are ready to change. That bootcamp never change anybody. We don't change anybody. Okay, but we have the facility for people who wants to change. We never design bootcamp try to change other people, but we pre-platform a system, a concept for people are ready to change. Meaning, if they don't want to change, even they come to bootcamp, no point. There's no result.
Yes.
But I do believe if people have even a little bit in his mind, I want to change. When they come to bootcamp, that is the opportunity of changing. And it's not easy to control the sustained happiness in your mind. That is
Yes.
why, as I say, morning shower, morning feeding is that important to control everything in your mind. So to manage the inner world is the challenge for a lot of people in the world, including me. Because once we are successful to manage our mind, our inner world, the outer world is no problem anymore. Whatever happened in the world, it doesn't affect you anymore. Whether the COVID-19, even the war happened
Yeah.
in front of you, it doesn't affect you. If you are really has that kind of mindset. I mean, there's the inner peace at that level. And boot camp is the beginning. It's a place for you to be. Then you begin to start to control your own mind. It's not controlled by the outer world. But not everybody can go back home, then start to control. You still remember the process in the boot camp, the coffee.
Yes.
You still
Yes,
remember the coffee? Affected by the coffee, the negative issue. When you affected by the negative issue, meaning you are not control your life. If you don't control your life, the world will control you. The circumstances will control you. For example, the COVID-19 is one of the example. This is you cannot control the COVID-19. Okay, this is the outer world. But
yes,
the only thing I can control how I manage my mind to see this COVID-19. Okay, you know, in the computer, our mind, our subconscious mind, actually so many information already installed since came in the mother womb. I was in my mother womb. You are in the mother womb. How can you know what happened to your mother at that time? And you, as the baby inside the mother womb, starting to receive that kind of information, whether good information or bad information. And most of the information negative. And you install the negative information, that's including in your childhood. Can you control? You cannot control. You didn't understand anything. You are in the childhood. So actually, you install all the negative information inside your mind, inside the subconscious mind. What happened when you grow up? Whatever go in will go out. Okay, whatever impress will express. It's matter of time. Whatever come in will come out. That is why sometimes you see successful people, they do some crazy thing. Why?
yes.
Why?
Yeah, Pak.
Whether
It's
they are in the
true.
government, whether they are in a businessman, they have some unique character. Sometimes they have a very unique attitude, and people don't understand why. They're so rich, but they are very unique. They're so successful, they are very unique. Actually, even he or she don't understand why. Because the
Thank you, Pak.
subconscious
Yeah.
mind, yeah, because the subconscious mind control them.
Like experience in FHG, so I learned a lot from FHG. Before myself is a lot of ego because I used to be like a like businessman, so a lot of ego. I confident myself to make myself happy and then impact to my family, and then my vision and mission in FHG also want to grow. I keep learning in FHG. From Cambodia, we can expand to other country around the world. Pak.
Yeah, very happy, Kim. I agree with you. Since you have the vision for the global market, it's good because when you change yourself, you change the surrounding, like you say, your family, and the change of you affect other people change. Actually,
Yes,
that you start to change the world of changing yourself first. The good news in our business, you are not only give people opportunity to earn money, you give opportunity people to grow. When the personal growth and the financial growth together, that is the
yes,
most beautiful part in life. And most of the business in the market, you can see sometimes only financial growth. Yes, the personal thing stuck. When this stuck, believe me, that is not happiness. Confirm and double check.
yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Pa, for your
you're
time
welcome.
and all good sharing. I learned from this session all good knowledge for the good sharing from Pa. So can make all the people, many people around the world, of the happiness, all the growth mindset, all the leadership level. So we are together can make the world happy and more healthy. Pa.
Amen. And yeah, Kim send my regards to your lovely family. And
Thank you,
of
Pa.
course, our FFG family in Cambodia. I miss them too. Hopefully, after this COVID-19, everything will be normal. Then we can fly in Cambodia again. We can conduct other training over there. Maybe Dan and I and I'm too, and the rest of the training. Okay. So
Hope
again,
to see
send
you
my love to
soon,
them.
Pak.
Yeah. See you
Thank you,
soon.
Pak.
Thank you. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Pak.
Bye-bye.
Sebenarnya bagaimana sih Pak cara kita menumbuhkan link heart ini, karena ini rahasianya kan Pak, rahasianya untuk membangun di bisnis jaringan ini gitu kan Pak. Jadi linknya itu jangan link bisnis tapi link heart gitu ya Pak. Nah bagaimana sih Pak menumbuhkan ini gitu supaya jaringan kita juga akhirnya besar dan semakin besar gitu Pak.
Bisnis jaringan tuh bukan bisnis fisik saja gitu. Misalnya contoh fisik ke barang ini. Sebenarnya bisnis kita sesungguhnya adalah bangun aset. Aset yang kita bangun ini bukan gedung.
Iya Pak.
Kita membangun diri saya, membangun tim saya, itu manusia.
Jadi istilahnya kita yang mengontrol mind kita, mengontrol hati kita Pak, dan jangan sampai kita dikontrol oleh pihak luar gitu kali Pak ya.
Ya, pertama sebenarnya yang penting kita jangan sampai dikontrol oleh ego dulu Pak. Pada dasarnya kita dikontrol oleh ego.